Hello everyone. So today we're going to see types of component. There are two types of component. Let's see. For first one is functional component and second one is class component. So what is functional component? So functional component is based on simple or plain JavaScript. Functional component can't maintain their own state. That's why sometimes we can say it's stateless component. It is just acceptable the props as an argument and return the React elements. Let's look at it with example. So we are in my VS Code. So let's write functional component syntax. So first import React, then write function, component name, return, let's return h1, hello world. Now export default app component. Now let's check. See, this is functional component. So class component based on JavaScript ECMAScript 2015. It extends component base class from React and it gives weight to the React lifecycle method and add a render function which is used for return the React elements. So let's look at it with example because this is looking a bit complex. So we are in VS Code. Now let's erase this and write class component. So you can type cc and type component name. You have to must write this syntax, this return keyword and the render keyword, otherwise you will get an error. Let's write something h1 hello world again. Now let's try to run. See, you can see component is not defined, so we have to import React. Now let's check. See, but we need component from React, so we have to import component. Now let's check. See, same output. So this is class component syntax. Also I have to mention that don't worry about this line, third line, state. We'll cover state in further videos, so don't stress about this state keyword. Okay, now let's see the difference between functional component and class component. So function component is a plain JavaScript. You do not have a choice to set the state in functional component, so don't worry about this set state function because we'll cover in further videos, so don't stress about it. Now let's see the second point. There is no render function we are using in the functional component. We have seen already that we are using render function in class component instead of using in functional component. Functional component do not require to write render function, and in class component we have a render function which is used to return the React elements. So it's much required in class component rather than functional component. Functional component only accept the props as an argument, and in class component we have both options, use the props and set the state. So don't worry about this props and state keyword because we'll cover in further videos, so don't worry about it. Functional component are sometimes called stateless component and class component sometimes called stateful components. Now there are the following reasons behind the uses of functional component. So in nowadays all the developers are using functional component instead of using class component. So what are the reasons behind it? So let's see. Easy to implement and understand. We have seen that the function component syntax is far better than class component and far easy. Less code as compared to class component. We have seen already. that functional component is less good rather than class component. Functional component have a better performance because there is no state management and life cycle methods. We'll cover these two things in another video. I'll provide a link in the description so you can check out state management and life cycle methods. Functional component help us to reduce the coupling. In functional component, we have implementation presentation layers separate the business logic, and it helps to reduce the coupling as well as dependence to other components. Don't worry about this line because we'll see in next videos. Keep see what is coupling and what is this presentation layer and what is business logic. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching.